Before delving into the war itself, it is essential to understand the geopolitical context in which it took place. The Ottoman Empire and the Mamluk Sultanate were two of the most influential entities in the Eastern Mediterranean and the broader Islamic world during the late 15th and early 16th centuries. The Ottoman Empire, under the leadership of Sultan Mehmed the Conqueror, had recently achieved a remarkable victory in 1453 by capturing the Byzantine capital of Constantinople. This event marked the end of the Byzantine Empire and the beginning of a new era in which the Ottomans established themselves as a formidable power in the region. Furthermore, the Ottomans managed to extend their control over key territories in Anatolia, the Balkans, and parts of the Arab world. On the other side of the equation, the Mamluk Sultanate, centered in Cairo, was a significant political and military power. The Mamluks were a ruling caste of slave soldiers who had governed Egypt and the Levant for centuries. They were known for their prowess in military affairs and had successfully defended their territories against various external threats. However, the Mamluks faced internal divisions and political turmoil, which would weaken them in the face of the Ottoman challenge. The causes of conflict. The primary causes of the Ottoman-Mamluk War can be traced to a combination of territorial ambitions, economic interests, and political factors. Territorial ambitions. Both the Ottomans and the Mamluks coveted control of key territories in the Middle East. The Mamluks ruled over Egypt, which was a crucial center of trade, agriculture, and strategic importance. The Ottomans, for their part, sought to expand their influence further into the Arab world, particularly in the Levant and the Arabian Peninsula. Economic interests, trade routes and access to valuable resources were of paramount importance. The Ottomans were looking to secure their hold on trade routes, especially in the Red Sea and the Mediterranean, while the Mamluks wanted to protect their trade interests with India, East Africa, and the rest of the Arab world. Political factors. Internal divisions within the Mamluk Sultanate made it vulnerable. Rival Mamluk factions were often more focused on internal power struggles than on defending their territories against external threats. The Ottomans recognized this weakness and saw an opportunity to exploit it. Key events of the war. The Ottoman-Mamluk War unfolded in a series of campaigns and battles that spanned over 3 decades. Below are some of the key events that shaped the course of the conflict. Conquest of Egypt, 1517. The turning point of the war came in 1517 when the Ottomans, led by Selim I, decisively defeated the Mamluks at the Battle of Ridania. This victory led to the capture of Cairo and the Mamluk Sultan Tumanbay. It marked the end of Mamluk rule in Egypt and its incorporation into the Ottoman Empire. Battle of Marj-Dabak, 1516. Prior to the conquest of Egypt, the Ottomans secured a critical victory over the Mamluks at the Battle of Marj-Dabak in 1516. This battle allowed the Ottomans to advance into Mamluk territories. Early campaigns. The conflict began with a series of clashes in Anatolia and the Levant in the late 1480s. These early campaigns were inconclusive, and it was only in the early 16th century that the Ottomans made significant gains. Battle of Yaniz Khan, 1496. In this battle, the Ottomans, led by Sultan Bayezid II, defeated the Mamluks in a significant confrontation, solidifying their presence in the region. Stalemate and Mamluk resistance. For much of the war, the Mamluks managed to hold off the Ottoman advances, often due to internal conflicts within the Ottoman Empire itself. This resulted in a prolonged and bloody struggle that sapped the resources of both sides. Consequences of the Ottoman-Mamluk War. The Ottoman-Mamluk War had profound and lasting consequences for both empires and the broader Middle East. Here are some of the key outcomes. Ottoman expansion. The most immediate consequence was the Ottoman conquest of Egypt in 1517. This victory marked a significant expansion of Ottoman territory and influence into the Arab world. It solidified Ottoman rule over a crucial center of trade and agriculture. Mamluk decline. The Mamluk Sultanate, which had been a prominent power for centuries, was effectively dissolved. The Mamluks as a ruling caste were eliminated, and their influence in the region waned. Ottoman hegemony. With the incorporation of Egypt and other former Mamluk territories, the Ottoman Empire emerged as the dominant power in the Middle East. It controlled vital trade routes, resources, and strategic locations. Socio-cultural impact. The Ottoman conquest of Egypt and the Levant led to a significant blending of cultures and the spread of Ottoman administrative practices, architecture, and traditions into the newly acquired territories. Economic impact. The Ottomans gained control of key trade routes and resources, which enhanced their economic power. The integration of Egypt into the Ottoman Empire also allowed for more efficient management of agricultural and economic activities. Shifts in regional power dynamics. The defeat of the Mamluks and the consolidation of Ottoman power redefined the political landscape of the Middle East. It also set the stage for later conflicts and interactions with European powers.
The Ottoman-Mamluk War of 1485 to 1517 was a defining conflict that reconfigured the balance of power in the Middle East. The outcome of this war solidified the Ottoman Empire's dominance in the region while marking the decline of the Mamluk Sultanate. The war's consequences extended far beyond political and territorial changes, influencing the social, economic, and cultural fabric of the newly acquired territories. The Ottoman-Mamluk War serves as a crucial chapter in the history of the Middle East, illustrating the dynamics of power, ambition, and competition that have shaped the region for centuries.